Wow. And a lot of people say, Brian, you read a lot of comments because that's because you're important. Your voice matters. As your next mayor of London, my job is to listen to you and to serve you. And I'm showing that I do it here right now. That's why I'm reading these comments out, because it's so important. I've got Alexander D on YouTube says, quote, "You are literally making me have tears of joy running down my face. Good for you, Brian. Go, go, go." Thank you, Alexander. You're going to make me cry if you keep saying that. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. I get this energy from all of you. I really do. This doesn't come from caffeine or sugar or anything. It comes from all of you. So thank you so much. Antonella Venice on YouTube says, quote, "Love you, Brian. Keep speaking the truth. We are all fed up with these politicians who don't care about the people." And Antonella, you said it right there. Almost everyone I meet on the street says two things. They say, "We don't like the current mayor." And then when they leave, right when they leave, they said, "Brian, he doesn't care about us." And it's so obvious. He just doesn't care. He doesn't care. And his policies reflect that basic human emotion. He doesn't care. Let's find someone who cares and watch how this city turns around 180 degrees fast. That's ultimately what we need, someone who actually cares. So thank you for pointing that out. We got UK Breaks on YouTube that says, quote, "What a breath of fresh air. Full support, Brian. If only there were more people in power like yourself." Thank you so much. Again, I'm just speaking the truth. I never wanted to be a politician. I never dreamed about being a politician. I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. And if it wasn't for me, there's no chance of us having a new mayor. He's going to be there 3 more years if it's not for me. No other candidate stands a chance. So that's why I'm doing this, and I appreciate your support. It's great to hear. I got Ryan Toon on YouTube says, "I love you, Brian. I send your best wishes from Texas." Thank you so much. The truth is that the mayor of London is now a global campaign, because everyone in the world has seen what's wrong with their cities, and they hear our ideas and they say, that's what we want in our city. So it might sound strange, but we appreciate your support in Texas for the next mayor of London. We want your support and we need your support, because if we can turn London around, imagine how quickly the other cities in the world could turn around too. So thank you so much. I think ideas are universal. Great energy is universal. People caring about other people is universal. And I think that's why people resonate with this message. So thank you so much. We've got Tori Hunter on Instagram that says, quote, "Never Brian for mayor. Brian should be prime minister. Sort this mess out. Hashtag Brian for mayor." Thank you so much. A lot of people say that as well. Let's focus on London first, and let's show the world what we can do here, and then we'll worry about what's next. I've got Alafez on Instagram says, "You go, Brian." Thank you, sir. Ashes to Paradise on Instagram says, quote, "Brian, you would achieve honest progress for London." Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We got Erica Holly Fit on Instagram says, quote, "Brian, you are the one who should lead this country," unquote. I appreciate that. I got the Part-Time Flyer on Instagram says, quote, "Really thankful to have a new take on Mayor of London, supporting you all the way, Brian." Thank you. I appreciate that. I got 11 Milan euros on Instagram says, quote, "You are already doing more than the current mayor." Thank you so much. I appreciate that support. We got Alistair Blair on Instagram says, quote, "Watching from Australia. The work you are doing is phenomenal." Thank you so much. And again, this is the global campaign. So if you're watching this in any country around the world, share this. Talk to your friends and family about it, because I really think that these ideas are universal. We've got Alexander D on YouTube says, quote, "I appreciate this man right here. I'm super stoked you did this. I watched you for 6 years. You are a good man." Thank you, Alexandra. And a lot of people don't know that we've been doing this for 10 years. All right. We've been broadcasting new ideas and new information for 10 years at London Real, 500 million views on our platform. So I appreciate you. This isn't our first rodeo, and we plan on taking this to the next level. We got Volusia on Instagram says, quote, "Sending my love from Croatia. It's time to wake up. Hashtag Brian for mayor." Thank you so much. We got Serenix Flux says, quote, "Got the London Real t-shirt and sharing you every day." Thank you so much. And people can get Brian for mayor t-shirts on our website. So thank you so much. We got Frankie Shea on Instagram says, quote, "You're a true Londoner." And I mean that. Thank you, Frankie. I appreciate that. I am a Londoner. I am a Londoner. That's the thing. People get caught up sometime in the accent. But I'm a Londoner through and through, man. It's in my bones. I've been here 20 years. My children were born here. I'm a citizen. I plan on being buried right in this beautiful city. So I bleed London, and I plan on taking the city to the next level. So thank you so much. We've got a couple more comments here. Let me see. Oh, we got Baker with a beard. These names are amazing. Thank you so much. Says, quote, "Set the standard for the whole UK, Brian." I plan on doing that. Thank you, Bear. And we can do that here. That's why this race is so important. Baron Castro on Instagram says, quote, make London real again. Ooh, I like that. That's a great thing. I appreciate that's a great tagline. Kenny Judy on Instagram says, go on, Brian. Appreciate you. Lubo Rap on Instagram says, Brian for mayor and beyond. Thank you so much. Sophie Bid on Instagram says, you are amazing, Brian. You give me hope. Thank you, Sophie. I appreciate you. Clippa Hands on Instagram says, you got my vote. Thank you, Clippa. Make sure you go to votefirst.london, register, and let's all vote May 6th and make this happen. That's how we're going to do this. We have to be vigilant on this. Anne-Marie on Instagram says, quote, you are the best coach and leader for London. Thank you, Anne-Marie. I appreciate you. A few last comments here, and then I want to give you the solutions. The LP Unknown on YouTube says, quote, what is happening in UK is madness. And it's so true. We are currently one of the lowest performing major cities in the world. London is an embarrassment to the world. That's why I'm running for mayor, because I couldn't sit by and watch this current crop of politicians run the city I love into the ground. And let's be honest, that's what they're doing right now. They're ruining our futures, our children's futures, and it's not acceptable. And it could be changed so quickly with the right ideas, the right policies, and the right support. So I appreciate that. Let's take that madness, let's take that upset feeling, that anger, let's turn it into action, let's vote, and let's go in a new direction. I got Babsy Keenan on YouTube says, quote, they have all failed. It's criminal what they are getting away with. And you make some great points there, Babsy. Right now, they are denying you your human rights, period. You have a right to make a living. You have a right to support your family. You have a right to send your children to school. You have a right to leave your home. You have a right to exercise. You have a right to vote. They are denying every single one of those rights. And it's about time someone stood up and say, no more. This is no longer acceptable. We need new leadership. We need new ideas. And let's go in a new direction. So thank you for that comment. I appreciate that. We got Spellbinder 101 on YouTube says, quote, he's going to be a modern day Nero and fiddle while London burns. And it's true. Look at what our leaders are doing right now. They are not paying attention to the crisis on the ground. And let's be honest, this city is burning, just like it was back in 1666. The whole city burned to the ground. And that's what's happening right now. And our prime minister and our mayor of London are off doing something else. They're spending £1 million on luxury flights. They're spending £1 million on their personal PR. They're spending £40 million on coffee makers and water coolers. Meanwhile, the citizens here, we're dying. Our city is burning. Our children's future is disintegrating. And they are not in touch, and they're watching it all happen. It's not acceptable. We've got to take it in a new direction. A couple more comments here. We've got Kasla on Instagram says, no, no, no. Put our current crop of politicians on the lowest wages and see how fast it changes. I couldn't agree with you more. We've got to hit them where it hurts. No more gold-plated pensions, no more six-figure salaries, no more employees making £508,000 during one of our greatest recessions. It's not acceptable. A couple more comments here. Marilyn on Facebook says, quote, I have lived and worked in London from the age of 5 to 55, and it breaks my heart to see and hear what is happening, hoping for change, hashtag Brian for mayor. Marilyn, I appreciate you. And again, I think real Londoners can see what we're talking about here, and they know it's time to take London in a new direction. It's as simple as casting your vote. On May 6th, we're going to make history. Make sure you register, and let's take the city in a new direction. A couple more here. It's great stuff happening. I really appreciate all these comments. We got Cassia on Instagram saying, quote, they forgot they work for us. Amen to that. They work for us. Let's show them with our vote on May 6th.